I don't know, like the sun just decided that today is not her day. Hello friends, it's Sajid, and today we are going to be doing the intimidating TBR pile tag. This tag was created by Lindsay over at Lindsay Ray. I was tagged by the wonderful Julia from Julia Sapphire, as well as the always incredible Adriana from Perpetual Pages. And I will have links to all of their channels down below, so make sure and check them out. This first one I decided to go with Land of Love and Drowning by Tiffany Anique. This is a West Indian historical fiction novel set during the early 1900s in the US Virgin Islands. I picked this one up last year and I got about 100 pages in and I haven't gotten back to it since. Back then I had the so brilliant idea of picking up a thick West Indian historical fiction novel like 2 days before the Booktubeathon.
That worked out well, didn't it?
But in all seriousness, I was really enjoying it and I do plan to pick it up again this summer. By Doug Doss and J.J. Abrams. This book has a sort of unusual concept. You're essentially reading a book that was read by two other people who annotated the defecation out of it. In addition to that, they wrote a bunch of letters and postcards and other goodies which they stuck into this poor book.
And yes, you're reading all of that.
I hear it goes by pretty fast, so I'm sure that I could probably finish it within a quicker period of time, depending on how the story goes for me. It's just that I think given its nature, it would require a lot more attention and energy, in which case you might have to invest a reasonable amount of time into reading it. So I'm currently lagging behind on all series right now, but I'm going to use this as an excuse to talk about Royal Wedding by Meg Cabot, the 11th installment in the Princess Diaries series. Okay, so I know exactly what you are thinking.
Did you read the first 10 books yet?
No.
9?
Nah.
8? 3?
No.
Girl, bye.
Okay, so here's the thing. I grew up with the movies, but I really want to read the books. They're not that easy to come by down here. So the other day when I went to the bookstore and I saw this sitting there for like 20% off, I was like,
mine!
And I took it. And yes, I actually do plan on becoming a princess. I mean, Disney said I could. So the most recent book I bought was Blue Mountain Trouble by Martin Mordecai. This is a middle grade Caribbean fiction story about these twins who have to deal with a bully, and yeah. That's an elaborate enough summary. Really and truly, I really need to start reading more books set in my own region, because if I had a book for every book that I had that was written by a white American author, I would have every book that I had. So in 2014, I read The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey, and I didn't really dig it. But like the obsessive and compulsive book buyer that I am, I still went and purchased the second book in the series, The Infinite Sea. The story in the first one was okay, and I would like to know what happens next, but I am a bit daunted considering the fact that I didn't enjoy that first book, and this one is just there on my shelf like, hey, why don't you read me? And I'm just like, I do not like your predecessor. What? What? I had the book Thief by Marcus Zusak sitting on my shelf since Pangea was like, hey y'all, this shit ain't gonna work out no more. It's a historical fiction set during the time of World War II, you know this. And honestly, as much as I want to and plan to read this, right now I'm just not in the mood, and that happens. You'll never guess what book I have for this. You'll never guess.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
That's right, it's Moby Dick by Herman Melville. You didn't see that coming. This book is huge, and I recognized that it's not the biggest of all books, but its gargantuanness to me is still noteworthy. I am a bit wary as to how I'm going to read this, especially when it comes to commitment, but you know, if Trump could run for president, then anyone could do anything. Oh gosh. Jesus, is you back yet? I don't really find myself in this sort of situation, but I was drawn to this book, All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven, partially because of the cover. The reviews were actually great, and at the time it sounded like something that I would really like. But ever since I got it, I started slowly hearing some things about this book that make me go like, how about not today? I wouldn't really say that I have any book on my shelf that is more intimidating than the rest of books I showed you just now. I'm just going to show you another intimidating book. My cousin recently got me The Snow Queen by Joni Vinge, which is an older science fiction adult novel. It just seems like one of those really complex and hardcore worlds, and I've never really explored anything like that before. And the prose also seems to be a bit dense compared to what I'm used to. So this is something that I'm definitely pumped for, but at the same time, a bit daunted by. So the people who I'm going to tag for this one are Rachel from Rachel Louise Atkins, Lynn from Lynn Howells, Brianna from Little Library, Lucy from Lucy Reads, and of course the one and only Kelly from Rainbow Skychild. So that is a wrap for this tag. In the comments down below, share some of the books that you find to be most intimidating, and feel free to answer any of the questions in this tag. And if you've read any of these books, definitely let me know which ones I should get to first. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and until next time, inshallah, keep reading.